How's it going, MPL fans? BulkyCottonCandy here, as analyst for Season 2 of the MPL. And I'm here with the coach of the Anistar Umbreons, MysticUmbreon.
Hello, MPL fans and lovely coaches. My name is MysticUmbreon. I'm the coach of the Anistar Umbreons, here to kick some ass for Season 2.
Alright, so basically, Mystic, what I need you to do is I just need you to tell us, like, how old you are, what got you into Pokemon, and what got you into competitive battling.
I'm trying to find my Umbreon plush. Hold on a second. There we go. I found you. You're looking spicy tonight, Mr. Umbreon. Alright, anyways, let me get back on my webcam screen. This is my lovely mascot Umbreon. Say hello. I know a lot of people hate it. Biza drafted it. I didn't want it on my team because it had nothing to do with it. But anyways, I am 21 years old. I've been to Pokemon ever since I was 5 years old, and I started playing back in 1999. I got my Pokemon Red version, but I didn't really know the controls of the game very much. So, I was just wandering around Viridian Forest, and I couldn't figure out how to get through. But then, once, I got older and Gold and Silver came out in 2000, I was 6 years old when that came out, and I played the hell out of that game, and I was able to figure out the controls, and, just destroy lives with my Typhlosion. And those were some good times back in those days, man.
Yeah, when Typhlosion was actually, one of the best Pokemon in the game.
And I drafted it.
What
a coincidence. I drafted Typhlosion, yeah, what a coincidence.
That's a nice segue into looking at your draft. So, you drafted Mega Gardevoir, Bisharp, Donphan, Milotic, Mienshao, Typhlosion, Electros, Durant, Garbodor, Cradily, and Articuno. So, just walk us through your process with, your thought process, with Mega Gardevoir, Bisharp, and Donphan, why you drafted those three mons first.
Well, I know that Bisharp and Mega Gardevoir have a really, really good correlation with one another. They're the ultimate core. I battled many, many times with it in regular Wi-Fi, and it's put in a lot of work. If I wouldn't have gotten Bisharp, I would have gone for Weavile, and I know that I forget who wanted Weavile. I think it was Blake. I don't think Blake would have been a very happy camper if I would have picked up Bisharp. I mean, Weavile, god dang it, I'm screwing up tonight. I mean, this is seen as an example as when Blake freaked out when Dan took one of his Pokemon, so I feel bad for Blake, though. But I mean, he still has a really, really solid draft. As for Donphan, well, I need a spinner. Donphan gets access to knockoff. It's got priority Ice Shard. And it's just an overall great defensive Pokemon. It's got good offense as well. I thought it'd be perfect for this draft.
Alright, and then you picked up Milotic, Mienshao, and Typhlosion.
Alright, well, I'm going to skip over Milotic for now, and I'm going to go into Mienshao, but I'll go back to Milotic in a couple minutes. Mienshao is literally one of my favorite Generation 5 Pokemon, and I knew that it would probably come in a lot of handy for this season, because I had it last season. So basically last season, I didn't really technically have my draft. It was technically just Weaviles, aka Jax, because I came in here in season 1, week 8, I believe I came in here. And Mienshao put in the finest amount of work, and I've always liked to use, Reckless Mienshao with Choice Scarf, High Jump Kick, and I know a lot of people in the MPL already know that combination that I love to use on it, because Reckless Mienshao is amazingly good, and it's put in a lot of work for me on Wi-Fi. Milotic, I was actually going to pick Vaporeon. Ipa sniped me. Fuck you, Ipa, but I love you. I wanted Vaporeon because I needed a Cleric, but I figured, as a bulky water typing, that Milotic would come in handy. I was looking at Empoleon because I had it last season, and it's a good defogger. It can phase. It can use, Roar, Stud. It can set up rocks. And overall, it's just a good Pokemon. It can set up Swords Dance too. You can run a Priority Aqua Jet on it. It's really, really nice. But my Milotic is still good for me too because, it fills the role of bulky water typing. I have Marvel Skill on it. I can run competitive on it. There are so many different kinds of twists and stuff that you can run with Milotic. You can run bulky physically defensive, and that natural special defensive bulk is just going to put in really, really nice work for your team. And the last Pokemon I picked, what was the last Pokemon again? Typhlosion, right? Yeah. Typhlosion, I needed a fire type. I was going to pick up Darmanitan, but I think Blake took Darmanitan. Someone got, no. Poi got Darmanitan. I was going to pick up Darmanitan originally, but Typhlosion does the job. Very, very powerful Pokemon. Choice Specs Eruption, Choice Scarf Eruption. Thing's just a monster. Plus, you can even run physical on it if you really, really wanted to. Thing's just monstrous. Great Pokemon overall.
Alright, and then you picked up Electros, Kevin Durant, and what your channel is,
Yes,
Garboder.
you said Kevin. Oh, what my channel is Garboder. Okay.
I'm sorry, I just had to tease you about that.
That's
But
all
no,
right.
you did pick up
It's all
Electros,
right. No
Durant,
problem.
and Garboder.
I have a comeback, but I don't feel like making you look bad on camera.
Oh, thanks.
I'm fucking with you. Anyways, I picked up, let's see, Garboder, Durant, and what was your Pokemon again?
Electros.
Electros, right. So Electros, Garboder, and Durant. Well, I picked up Electros because, in all honesty, Dan and his friend Takashi actually had already helped me semi-prep for this draft earlier on, and, you know, we had, like, a basic list of Pokemon that we wanted to put down. So this was actually pre-done probably about a week before. Dan and Takashi we all came up with it together. But, yeah. Durant, I like it because Durant has Hustle. It has a very, very powerful push. You can also Baton Pass, use Home Claws. You can boost the accuracy of a couple of the moves on my team. I'm not going to mention those moves, but a lot of the Pokemon on my draft have very, very powerful attacks, but some of them can miss. I'm not going to get into examples of what they are because then people are going to try and counter that strategy.
Yeah.
As for Electros, I wanted a little bit of diversity. I could have changed up the ones that Takashi and Dan had suggested to me, but I felt that everything was already like so correlated and so well balanced together. I didn't really feel like changing anything up. The only one I had to change up was my Milotic for Vaporeon, but that's okay because my Milotic's still going to put in a lot of work this season.
Mm-hmm.
But for Electros, I picked it because it has a lot of versatility. Its move pull is just amazingly good, and you slap a vest on it, and it's literally one of like the most bulkiest Pokemon that you can use. You know, it's a really, really good Pokemon, and it just with its wide range of moves, it's completely incredible. Now for Garboder, on the other hand, well, I was really, really skeptical on picking it at first. I was gonna pick Weezing, but then I realized that Garboder also has access to hazards, and I'm figuring, hazards are gonna, hazards in Wi-Fi and in League can either, they can change the outcome of a whole battle.
Yeah, they can make and break the game.
They can make and break the game, exactly, yeah. And especially if you don't have like a good spinner or defogger, which my only spinner on the team is Donphan at the moment, but I mean, I have another secret weapon in mind that I probably want to use later on, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, with Garboder, I really, really like to run Stench. I think you can run King's Rock along with Stench with like Rock Blast and other kinds of attacks like that. I think I've seen that before, where I think you can you run King's Rock and Stench as the ability? I think you can. I believe so. But yeah, that's mainly the reason why I picked it, was because of hazards and Stench, and its move pool's alright, but it's got pretty good solid defenses. That's why I picked Garboder. I'm not a real big fan of Generation 5, and I hate Garboder with a passion, but I picked it up because, it works well with my team.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the least favorite Pokemon I picked up, but you know what, I'll use it, I'll abuse it.
Yeah. I just want to apologize to you fans real quick, for me blow my nose. I'm actually kind of getting a little bit sick.
Excuse me, I'm coughing as well.
So the last two you picked up were Cradily and Articuno, and what was your thought process through those two?
Cradily, well, I mainly picked up Cradily because I didn't have a grass type. Cradily gets access to a lot of moves, including Recover, Curse, Amnesia, and it can just be a real pain in the ass in battle. That's why I picked up Cradily. As for Articuno, Articuno is one of my favorite legendaries, and I like the strategy behind Articuno that I'm going to be able to use for it. I know it's quite effective to rocks. It's not going to be the greatest Pokemon to have out when you have rocks in the field, but I figured, hey, you know what? Let's give it a shot. If I need to, I can also run Defog on it. I know it's going to do quite effective damage with rocks out, but I mean, who knows? I may get lucky, and it may save my life for all I know. Plus, I can run Roost to get the HP back. I can run other kinds of utility moves. Articuno is a good Pokemon. Yeah. It's got great defenses and got great special defense. Good speed. HP. Overall, it's great. I think Articuno is going to put in a lot of work for me this season.
Alright, so I have two questions for you, and the first one is, Who do you think poses the biggest threat to you in the league, and why?
Slacks. Sand team. All I have to say. Slaxorus. That sand team is going to be monstrous for everybody. Also, Chris. Chris has, wow, Chris's draft is really, oh my god, Cypher too. Cypher has a really, really nice draft. Chris, because of all the legendaries, and just Slacks. Slacks overall, though, because Slacks is just all sand team. His Excadrill is terrifying for my draft. I'm not looking forward to facing him. I think I'm facing him week 10. That's going to be a match that I'm going to probably have a lot of trouble with. I'm not going to say the most trouble because I don't know what everyone's going to bring this season. I never underestimate my opponents at all. Last season, I had a very, very bad start, but now, at the very beginning of when I got in the MPL last season, I was intimidated by a lot of people. You know, because this is my first time in league, you know, I kind of had like a negative attitude about it, like, you know, I'm going to get my ass beat again, but that's all changed up now. Now I'm ready to go take some lives from people. I'm ready to slaughter. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. And then my second question for you is, if you could take any Mon from anyone's team and change it onto another person's team that's not your team, what Mon would you pick and why?
I have to check this out. I need a couple minutes to think about this because I can't exactly... That's a tough question. Oh. I already know that question. Actually, I already know that answer. Take Slacks' Excadrill and give it to Poi, because I think the Excadrill would actually put in a lot of work for Poi. I really, really do think that it could put in some decent work.
Now that I'm looking at it, it could.
Yeah. I really, really do think that it could. And because of that, Slacks is... I think Excadrill... I'm actually going to consider Slacks' main power force as Excadrill, because you can run Sand Rush. You can run Scarf. If you want to be that guy and run Scarf and Sand Rush at the same time, I don't think Slacks is going to do that, because, you know, that's not his flank style.
Everything.
Yeah, I think with Excadrill gone, though, my team may actually have a chance of pulling this through.
Yeah,
I'm very, very scared of Slacks this time, though. He's gonna...
Slacks this draft. I'm just glad I'm glad I'm an analyst and not a coach.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm an analyst and not a coach.
Yeah, I think you do fine as a coach, anyways. I think you'd put in a lot of good work. From what I've seen in your Wi-Fi battles before.
Yeah, I haven't Wi-Fi battled in like forever. But
okay,
it's whatever. Alright, well, that pretty much wraps it up, so, stay tuned for the next, what are these, interviews, and, we will see you guys later when the league starts. Bye!
Bye-bye, guys. Umbreon, wave, see you later, guys.